Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Heal Lift Rise. My name is Carla. Thank you all so very much for joining me here. Truly, I'm honored to be a part of your path and you a part of mine. Thank you so much, and please excuse my congestion kind of ongoing right now. I'm getting over a little cold, so going through a cleansing. I'm healing, and yeah, it's been fun. It's funny because I want to say a month or so ago, I know I did a video on this. I shared this kind of vision slash experience that I received about like a clearing out, and it's like the smoke or something like going through the ears. Remember I was talking about this vision I saw? Well, I actually feel like I experienced that with this clearing out because I've been blowing my nose so much stuff has just been like coming out. I'm like, okay, like, and I'm always thankful because I'm like, it's getting out, like, when is it gonna be done? But the craziest thing happened several days ago. Was blowing my nose, and I was blowing so hard my ear on my left side, like I heard a pop, and I was like, oh my god. And I kind of laughed because I was like, this just reminded me, for some reason I had that thought of how it reminded me of that vision, that experience I got when I was in bed, and I kind of saw like this clearing out from like coming through and clearing out the ears, like where it was like smoke coming out. I actually feel like that's what I've been going through, and this was, like I said, was probably like a month or so ago when I received that. So I started to become aware that a lot of the messages and visions and stuff that I receive have actually, obviously there's never a time frame when what comes through, but it's usually like a month out at least or something is what I've been noticing, just for reference. That's what I've been aware of, certain things that I get, and then I won't see something occur or whatever until like a month or so later, sometimes a couple of months. But anyways, I wanted to get on here and to just kind of share some things with you. First and foremost, with everything that's ongoing in our world at this time, I think it's important to remember to make sure that you're tuning in to your energy, make a space for yourself, getting in touch with your soul, to get in touch with your higher self, getting, in tuned with you, with your energy. And because as we are progressing and there's so much that is changing, there's so much information that's just constantly being thrown out there from like just all different areas, okay? It's important to take breaks from all that, but first and foremost, it's important for you to get in touch with yourself and to know where you're headed, to know what your soul needs, and having clear direction, because only you know what is best for you. Only you know the way forward. You know your path. And a lot of us light workers, spiritual guides, teachers, people, I don't know what you call what you call it, but people like us in the light worker community, we are just guiding lights. That is just all. We're just guiding lights. We're not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't be doing as far as like your path. Like, nobody's going to be able to tell you like, hey, here's the roadmap, now follow it and you'll get to your path. I feel that we all are going to find it differently, and like we get these glimpse of pieces of information, and there are people that we might follow and might receive information from, and it's great, feels great, resonates. But at the end of the day, we have to follow our own roadmap, and we all have come to this place with our own roadmap. So you have to trust in your own self and in your own roadmap and where you're being guided, how you're being guided and led. You won't be able to follow somebody else's roadmap in a sense to your destination, because it's going to look a little different, because we all go through different things. And that is something I've learned on this journey too, you know, and I think for a big part of it, it was remembering to keep going within, which I'm still doing, but I used to want answers from people. I used to want that. I used to want people to just tell me, like, affirm my life of like, do this or don't do this or whatever. And honestly, I feel like the more I grow, the more that I'm on this path, I'm realizing more and more and more. It's about doing the inner work. It's about going within to get the answers, because there is nobody on this earth that, you know, is gifted in a sense more than others. This is that like, oh, well, they only have this gift and you don't. And, you know, you can't access the wisdom because you weren't born with it, or et cetera, et cetera. I do believe that we all are capable and able to connect. And it doesn't require anything except stillness and being open to receiving that information and, you know, tuning in, going within. And that is the place that I've been able to access information. And this goes hand in hand with channeling. If you've ever wanted to learn how to channel, you don't have to pay $500 some dollars. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars to people to learn how to channel. You just have to be open to, you know, again, sitting in stillness, getting quiet, clearing your energy, calling on guidance. I always call on protection and guidance from, you know, like Archangel Michael and Jesus. Like I call on the Most High as far as the light team. But, you know, it's really about being open. That's all it is. And anything and everything that I share and show you on here is merely to get you to realize that you are powerful and that you can do any of this. Like the fact that I can channel, you can channel. The fact that I get wisdom and I receive insight, you can receive that too. And to be honest, it's more beneficial to receive it from yourself, like you doing it, because that is also how you build your intuition and you're building the connection. So I highly encourage you to do that, to become empowered, to learn to access the information, because all you need to do is sit in stillness and to open yourself, open your to receiving that wisdom. I do feel that there are people in the spiritual community that want to keep people small. They want to keep people relying on them because that's how they make their money. And, you know, if people really find out the truth of who they are and the fact that they can do all these things, literally, you know, then they lose their money. They lose their business. They lose people. So remember, you are powerful. You are already whole. And you are able to access information and receive information for your journey. And I highly recommend that. I highly encourage it. It's going to help you build your intuition, and you will gain greater and greater wisdom. And I think as you keep practicing and doing it, like it just comes more natural. It's quicker. But the key is you have to make time for it. You have to put in that effort, put in the energy of sitting in stillness and getting quiet and making space for that. So, also I wanted to share that, so the Buddhist monks have arrived in the state I'm in, and I'm so excited. I'm hoping to see them at some point within the next day or two, tomorrow or the next day. Super, super excited. You know, if a group of Buddhist monks can gather this much support and love and attention and create this like peace wave, this peace movement, going on a peace pilgrimage, a walk 2,300 miles across 10 states. Imagine what we all could do, you know, as a nation, as a country, as a world. Imagine all of us making the effort to spread more love and more kindness and more joy in our everyday life. This isn't something you have to, you know, that involves you being a monk. You know, you don't have to be anything but you. And it just requires you to make a choice. You know, are you going to show up with an open heart in your day-to-day life? Are you going to be more forgiving for others and the mistakes that they unconsciously make? You're going to create more space for others, and just be more compassionate and caring. You know, we are given so many opportunities every single day, and it doesn't matter if you don't go places much, if you don't really go outside, you just stay home a lot of the time with family or whatnot, because honestly, we can learn that and ground that even into our home life. You know, at home is the best place to start. You know, I think Mother Teresa was the one that said this quote, that if you want to go change the world, go home and love your family. And it's so important and so interesting because it really highlights the fact that, you know, we want to go out and make all these changes and do all these, you know, grand things, right, to create more positive change in our world. But the most important thing is it should start at home. Loving your kids, empowering your kids, and taking care of your kids. You know, you brought them into this world, and it's important that you're there for them. It's important that you show them love and take care of them. So it's a wise thing. It's a wise thing, and it's definitely important, definitely more than ever needed at this time in our planet and our world, and you know, with everything going on. And I know living in the US, it does feel like all eyes are on our country, but we're here to make changes. And when I say make changes, I mean us, starting with ourselves, changing the way that we are interacting, the way that we are showing up in the world, responding more from a place of love, being more loving and forgiving. And this becomes the practice. This becomes you doing this every day, implementing this and continuing this. And when there are challenging moments, when there's challenges that arrive, you still practice this of being very forgiving, being very compassionate, being gentle. I feel like there's just a great softening that's happening in our world. And I know for me, myself, this has been going on for like a few years, but I actually can say I feel it now more than ever, that I feel like I have softened a lot more. And for those of you that followed me for a long time or know me personally, know that with my journey and all the things I've been through. Maybe I used to wear an armor, around my heart, and quick to defend myself, quick to be in that kind of energy, and I don't feel like I am anymore. Of things that I've experienced, and also just everything that I've been going through, especially the last few years, has been a great deal of softening of my heart, being more gentle, being more loving and compassionate, as much as I am able. And I am still and will forever be learning in this life. That is not something I'm sitting here saying I have accomplished. I'm just saying that I can tell I have softened a great deal. Obviously, I am still in that process. I'm still in the works. And I want you to be more compassionate with yourself and be more gentle with yourself. It starts with you. Definitely give that to yourself first. Be more gentle, be more caring and careful for yourself. And as you do that, you will also see how that extends to others, because once you know yourself and once you can love yourself and take care of you, you will see how naturally it just comes to extending that to others, that same level of love and compassion, and forgiveness. But it all really starts at home. It starts here, starts within us. And, then we kind of reverberate out into the world. It ripples out. And people can be changed by you, by your presence, by your energy alone. I see it all the time. You even see it with the Buddhist monks, and you don't even have to be a monk. The whole point, I think, is, you take a group of these Buddhist monks, it's really their love, their energy, their open heart that is in their mission, their message, that is truly changing people. It's their energy. And can you imagine if our world, if our country started softening more, opening our hearts, and how much more compassionate and loving of a world we would live in. And like I said, we don't have to be monks to do it. We don't have to be Buddhist to do it. We don't have to be any religion. I think we just have to choose love and show up as love and be loving for this change to occur. Because once you can show up as that and be that, that naturally creates change for others too, because others become aware of your energy and what you're giving off, and how you're showing up in the world. And it's a beautiful thing. I see it all the time, how people, their energy changes rooms, how the way they speak, the way they talk, how they show up, and how caring they are, how it touches people, how it moves people, how it influences others to be very caring and loving too. And I believe we all have it in us. And I feel like if you're definitely watching my channel, I know for a fact that you definitely do. You're a kind soul. You're rare. But I do believe that, and another thing, this will probably be another video. I need to do this in a separate video, but just to kind of dip and talk a little bit about this. I was kind of having this thought this morning, because I grew up in a split religion household, and heavily influenced by my mom's side. She is Buddhist, and my dad is Baptist, and heavily influenced by that as well, by both. And I kind of come to this realization this morning that maybe I'm ahead of the time right now. My time hasn't officially kind of made its presence on earth yet, that I'm trusting in the divine timing, because I've had to integrate Eastern and Western religion, Eastern and Western beliefs, and I believe that there's going to be a time on this planet, and I will be here to witness it. You will be here to witness it too, where we see this integration of more of the Eastern wisdom and beliefs, the way of living integrated into the US. And I think about how amazing that would be when we start taking these little pockets of love and putting them all together, because that's what it is. It's just little pockets of love, of wisdom, and just making it into what it is, which is just love. It's just greater love. And I think we need that more than ever now. It's not religion that I feel like the world needs. I feel like it's love. It's the love within us, accessing this love, keeping our heart open so we can access this love, and being able to give and receive from this place of our open hearts. I truly feel like that's what's going to change our world for the better. I'm hopeful of it. I have faith in it. I have faith in humanity. And that's something I am going to continue having, even in the midst of the chaos or destruction. I still try to remain hopeful in humanity, because I witness it day to day, how beautiful people are, you know, such amazing, caring, strong souls. And I just know that this world is going to continue to get better. And I witness it, you know, so this is also another reason why we should not believe everything that we hear on the news or just by little videos here and there, because I'm telling you, your day to day, like, you can go out in this world. There are so many beautiful people out there, so many kind, caring souls, just like you and I, that want a better world, that care about your feelings, that care about your existence, and they care about your well-being, and they make space for you. So, you know, don't be let down by any negativity that you see. If anything, keep a hopeful heart and an open heart, knowing that there are good people in this world, and the ones that are not seemingly good are the ones that are hurt the most, the ones that are completely lost, completely disconnected from that love that dwells within them. And those are the times I feel like they need the love the most. They need us who are aware and open-hearted to show up as our best and be more loving and accepting. But I just wanted to share this video and share these messages, and I hope in some way this helped you, inspired you, gave you something to think about. Until next time, my friends, take very good care. Please take very good care of yourself. Nourish your soul, nourish your mind, nourish your body. Get out for a walk if you're able to get out for a walk. Breathe the fresh air. Drink lots of good warm tea. I know I need to make some tea for myself. But take it easy and be graceful with yourself. I love you so much. Bye for now.